I can't call you something, so I'm gonna just tell you. You're one of the bad ones. One of the bad ones.
Oh, so fabulous.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel once again. It's your girl Dumebi. If this is your first time coming across my channel, you're welcome. I do hope you decide to subscribe, and if you are a returning subscriber, you guys know that I love you. It's so good to have you here. Welcome back. So as usual, my disclaimer, this video is strictly for educational purposes. Please do not go searching out the people that I talk about in this video. Don't send them any form of hate comment, threat, or violence. This channel does not support any of that. So I came across this very interesting video by a palm-colored woman. In short, I'm going to call her white. By a white woman telling black people not to refer to her as a white woman. Let me just go right ahead and play her video.
I don't know what's up with black people calling white people in this like negative kind of way, but it's really racist, and I would prefer if nobody referred to me as white, because I'm not white, I'm Polish. Yeah, so I don't know where people get this whole black and white thing. It's really racist to categorize humans into two generalized categories of black and white. Just like this commenter said, they're not black, they're African American. I'm not white, I'm Polish. There's somewhere that everybody came from. There's no blacktopia or whitetopia, you know, like they don't exist. It's not a place. So I don't know what's up with this, but lately black people have been trying to segregate humanity again. They're like, you're white and we are black and we are not the same and blah, 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 blah. It's like, come on, it's 2023. I have always had just as many black friends as I have white friends. Doesn't everybody? Isn't the population like half and half at this point? Like they're not even a minority anymore. 2023. Y'all, check out this amazing yard sale sand. He has the freaking coolest change dispensers. You put the coin in the mouth and it eats the coin. Look at this. And the eyes roll back. Is that not the freaking coolest thing you have ever seen? Oh my gosh.
Okay, so you know, I thought this whole I'm not black, insert nationality was just a black thing. I didn't know palm-colored people have started doing it now. So she said she's not white, that she's Polish. So she's basically trying to disassociate herself from whiteness, because in quotes, black people make whiteness sound like it's a bad thing, and she's not cool with that. So I'm just going to go right ahead now and play people's responses to her, because of course you guys know people had to respond.
It's like, no.
I don't know how I got here, but that is absolutely not a thing. Black people call white people because that is what white people told us to call them. There is no way that a black person is calling white people in a negative or racist way. Now, if the situation being talked about or the story being told involves a white person acting in a negative or racist way, that is a different story, and that is where those feelings are coming from. I will tell you what is racist. Labeling a video end racist and then immediately going in on black people for some perceived racism you think is being hurled at you, because it is easier for you to believe that the black people are the criminals and the white people are the victims. That is racism. You know what else is racism? Appropriating another race's oppression, because again, you don't know how to deal with the feelings of being born into the culture you were born into. But I can tell by your hair that appropriation is your thing.
Because I'm not white, I'm Polish.
You are white. You are so damn white. You are American white. You are Make America Great Again white. You are bypassing for whatever was socially acceptable as white, 1950s white. You are white. Stop disassociating yourself from that identity when it just used to benefit you. Not even a single generation ago could you see us non-whites being hung on trees by whites for fun after church. Oh, isn't that where the term picnic was originated from? Just because you don't readily benefit, socially benefit from being white anymore, stop trying to disidentify from the title. The funny thing about people in the socially acceptable class when it comes to addressing the trauma that they've inflicted upon the world is that they're the only ones that can't take accountability. We can all take accountability for them, but they can't take accountability. And the craziest shit is, the world would be fixed if they took accountability. But them trying to get it out of the rest of us is just molding us into reflections of who they wish they could be, but they can't be because they just don't take the accountability and do the work to heal on their own. This is why I don't go out of my way to make connections until I truly find out what kind of white person you are, bro. I need you socially aware, bro. I need you healing from some kind of trauma, I need you to be disconnected from the identity only in the sense to analyze and heal and grow from the identity that once was your whiteness. And then you can identify with something else. But don't be doing on here saying that you're going to end racism by just, don't call me certain names. Cut that bullshit out of here, bro.
White people in this.
When you give up your white privilege, then you can be Polish. And I promise you, it's a privilege to be able to hop on this app so unabashedly audacious to say something as silly as you just said and take yourself seriously. The fact that you think that us calling you white as a descriptor is racist shows that you have no understanding of what racism actually is. Us calling you Polish instead of white will not end racism. And that's literally what you just said. Do you realize how insufferable you sound? Like, that's so silly. You said we're calling you white in a racist way. You just called us blacks with a very hard B. I heard it. The black people. The fuck? When you look at me, you see a black woman. When I look at you, I see a white woman. I don't see a Polish woman. How the fuck am I supposed to know you're Polish? I'm Nigerian and Congolese. You don't know that by looking at me, but I'm not going to get mad at you or call you a racist because you call me black. But that individualistic mindset, that's part of your privilege. The privilege you get from being white, not Polish. You need to delete this. You look and you sound silly and you're too old to be saying stuff like that. Like, that's crazy. And I think you're serious. That's weird.
White people in the.
It's because we're white. And because when we came here, even if from Eastern Europe, our ancestors went crawling to power, including the power found in racism, the moment we had the opportunity. That's why. So if you want to claim your actual European heritage, fight white supremacy, destroy racism, and then we can be our actual cultures again. The moment whiteness is dead in our hearts and in society, then we can be our actual ethnicities. Also, this entire video was you being racist. So, work on yourself. Have a good day.
White people.
Black people call y'all that name is because that's what y'all advised us to call y'all. You know, when y'all had us out in the fields. Not us particularly. You know, our ancestors, but that's fine. That's fine. We just doing what y'all asked. That's it. We just doing what y'all asked. But those dreads, girl, y'all not listening to us when it can't fit everybody here. Dreads can't fit everybody here. You got that melanin up on you, girl. Most people don't know. No offense, but when white people die, they turn 6 different colors. That's why they get buried so quickly. By the end of the time, they high color. But we gonna keep it there. We gonna keep it there. But we'll call y'all white people like y'all advised. Okay? Okay, sweetheart? We gonna do that.
White people.
The same way you call black people instead of calling them African Americans, it's the same way that black people call you white people. Or do you prefer us calling you bleach demon, allergic to the sun, vampire, salt and pepper using, mayonnaise using, putting a lot of cheese on pasta, making out with your own animals. Am I wrong? Is that what you prefer? Or do you prefer white tea people? Because what else can we call you? Oh, wait, no. We can call you Caucasides. That you belong on the mountain of the Caucasus. But, nah, you don't look yeti enough for that.
People get this whole black and white thing. It's really racist.
Oh, Lord, bless your sweet pea-picking heart. Anyway, do you know what Polish is? Polish is a nationality. Polish is not a race. When you fill out an application, does it have that you choose what your race is as Polish? No, white. Calling someone white or calling someone black is not racist. That's something that your people started anyway. Do you know what racism is? Probably don't, because you probably never looked it up. It's when a group of people, white people, who basically hold back or control, have the power to control the marginalized communities, to prevent them from getting a loan, a home, an apartment, a car, a job, because of the color of their skin. If me and you go for the same position and I'm more qualified than you, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to get that job because of the color of your skin, because you're white. They're not going to give it to me because I'm a black woman. I need for you to read the 1619 Project so you can understand where it all began. Because you have to understand the past in order to live in the present and to move forward in the future. You look like somebody that may possibly read. I don't know. But that's what you need to do, because I've been seeing you on my FYP saying this ridiculous rhetoric, and I'm just like, I'm getting sick and tired of it. This is something that your people have started, and then you're trying to pull away from it, like, oh, I'm not white, I'm Polish. Polish is a nationality, not a race, my dear. That's not it. Read a book, read a lot of books. I always say, read the 1619 Project. That'll teach you all. You don't want to feel like reading because it is a thick book. If you don't want to read it, you can watch the 1619 Project on Hulu if you have it. It's a 6-part series that can give you a better understanding. You know, there as well. So, because this has to stop. Like, seriously. Do better.
Okay, so everything they said, like, first of all, when I saw that video, I'm like, did she ever go to history class? Does she know anything about how the concept of race was created? Does she know how whiteness became a thing that they used to, you know, disassociate from other people so that they could oppress, so that they could enslave, so that they could colonize? When they were uniting as the white race so that they could wreak all this havoc, they did not remember nationality. And this woman in question, I can bet my last kobo is Nigerian currency, I can bet my last kobo that she engages and enjoys white privilege. You're enjoying white privilege, ma'am. You probably won't even admit that, because, I mean, if you don't know that you're white and you don't agree that you're white, you probably don't even know what white privilege is. Neither would you admit that you're enjoying white privilege or that white privilege even exists. So yeah, but you're enjoying white privilege. Do you want to know how? Travel to any part of the world and see how you're treated in comparison to other people who have more melanin. Like, are you guys understanding what I'm saying now? So you are white. Don't come and tell us not to tell you you're not white. Your nationality is different from your race. I can't believe we're saying this, like, really. And then the irony of the whole thing is she's telling us not to call her white while she's referring to us as black people. So she said from the video that when we say white people, we say it like it's a bad thing. I think it's not the fact that we say white people, it's the fact that maybe the time she has heard people say white people, it was followed up with something negative that a white person or white people as a collective have done over history or centuries or years or whatever. So If you're so bothered about, you know, being associated with whiteness because there's so much negativity, well, maybe you should begin to do the anti-racist work. Maybe you should begin to speak up against racism. Maybe you should begin to speak up against white privilege and oppression of non-white people. You can start from there. But the fact that you have a problem being called white shows that you realize how much atrocities is linked with whiteness. That's just what it means. And it's also funny how she would ask why we refer to them as white people when they created the whole concept of race and asked us to refer to them as white people. And white is strategic. White is supposed to be everything pure, everything good. Black is supposed to be everything dark, everything evil. It was strategic because we know their skin is not white. They are pale, pink, orange, whatever, peach. Anyway, you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.